Hey, this is Daryl at 10 Foot Truck. Good Attitude Services. It's been a while since I did a video. I've been doing a lot of playing with AI, doing marketing and playing around with that kind of stuff and coming up with music and stuff. So I've posted some of those videos, but I want to post a little more. I'll show you more on how I'm doing that. I'm kind of learning on that. It's good for marketing, and a lot of those programs are free, and some cost a little bit of money, but it's pretty reasonable. So I've been looking at that lately. Did a job yesterday for a repeat customer. I had to take the day off because it was I could barely move. I mean, it was my whole body's just sore, and it was moving a lot of firewood. And I do this for the customer on a regular basis. They use they have a lot of firewood they use for during winter, and they have to replenish it. So they use most of it up. I put the rest of it upstairs, and that's the thing. It's kind of a walk, and it requires to go upstairs to their upper deck. So it's a lot of wood. And then so when I was all done, the wood that they finally got, all the wood that we had stacked down there, they had to replenish it, and there was another stack of firewood, which is way up a bunch of stairs on the side of the house, and then behind they had to go all the way to the front of the driveway because they had a vehicle there, so you had to walk past that. And luckily I have my dolly here, and let me show you, because I could stack. That dolly saved me. I use a wheelbarrow too, because it has to be done by hand. There's no way you can get a truck back there. They'll be calling me back on a regular basis if they run out. I try to stack as much firewood as I could on their balcony, but it could, it's going to be a cold winter. I mean, it's raining all day, but luckily that's why I had to get it done yesterday. And that's one thing, when a customer like that calls me, I make sure and to get out there and do it as soon as I can, because they had all that wood out in the driveway and yesterday, and it rained just a little bit yesterday, so I didn't get wet. It was a little bit wet, but not it didn't soak the wood, so a lot of the wood was still fairly dry. Of course, the other wood was under a tarp, so that's fine. But today, if that wood was still out there today, it would be soaked. It's like raining all day long. So I got it done just in time, and so they were happy about that. And so they're really good customers. I've been working for them for a couple of years, and I've done a lot of their firewood, and also helped them with their moving and removals in some of their properties. So you want to keep those customers happy, and they're at the top of the list. I could have done a job today, but literally I'm just barely able to get movement now. I was really stiff because I probably did about 5 hours of solid up and down stairs and around the house, and all with wood and heavy wheelbarrows full of wood and dolly. That stuff's heavy, and it was all up and down stairs. So yeah, I was really sore. So I told them I couldn't do the job today. There's another job opportunity, because I really wouldn't be able to do the job effectively. I have to give myself some rest. So sometimes when you're doing these really heavy labor jobs like that, with a lot of wood, a lot of heavy stuff going up and down stairs, and it's for a long period of time, I've had those days where the next day you just can't work. So that's understandable. And so I try to, when I do book a job and I know it's going to be really extremely heavy and a lot of stairs, and I know that I'm going to be really sore, and the next day I try to avoid that next day of doing any work for myself, because I want to be able to do the job efficiently and not be hobbling around because I'm so sore. I want to be able to do the job, so I just took the day off. I could work probably tomorrow if that job's still available, but there was another job, and it's getting cold, and like I said, the winter time's coming. And let me see if I can get this dolly over here. Well, anyway, I have a dolly that let me see if I can get it to where I can show you. See this thing here? let's see if I get it. You can fold it so I could stack, stack wood up fairly high, like that. And I stacked it all the way top, and I was able to do that. It saved me a lot of time, because I had to use a wheelbarrow, so I can't talk, to do the rest going down the steps and around, because I could put more. But this thing really helped me. In fact, if I didn't have the wheelbarrow, I could probably still have just done the job with that. The only thing about the wheelbarrow is it's contained, so it wasn't going to spill. You have to be more careful with that. But that works great for stacking firewood. It's a great tool to have, so have as many dollies as possible. And those ones that can flatten out like that, where you can stack on top and roll it, those are very useful as opposed to just your regular box dolly. So I recommend getting those if you run into something like that. So that worked out good. I might be going back, and it depends on how much wood they use. It is cold, but it's a good opportunity too, during when it's right about time when it's getting winter and it's starting to get cold. People will be wanting to replenish their firewood, and sometimes they have to move it from the side of the house or garage or wherever they have it, a shed, or like on the side of a shed or something. Wherever they stack it, they're always going to have to move it to the house, and most of the time I think you're going to have to do it by hand. So a lot of people, that's hard work. So that may be something to advertise too. I didn't advertise, it just happened to be that a customer contacted me about it, and I went and did it, and I've been doing that for the last 2 years, because they have to drop the wood off way up on the driveway, and you have to go down this hill. It's all steps, and then you have to stage the firewoods they're gonna replenish from, save on the side of by the fence. But the wood they're going to use, they want it up on their top balcony so they can come out of their house right there. So it was a long, it's a long route around, and it gets exhausting when you're carrying all that wood. So a lot of people, need to have someone do that for them, and because not every house is built or made with easy access, especially around here. There's a lot of mountains, and there's some hills and things like that, and some properties have drop their yard goes down or up. There's areas where you just can't get access to with a truck or anything. There's no way I can get a truck back there. Even if I had a small pickup truck, there's no way I could do that. So you have to do it with a wheelbarrow and a dolly, and by hand, and it has to go by hand. So those labor jobs are always available. So maybe on Craigslist you can advertise, like if your business is slow, advertise to help load the firewood, or move firewood or whatever, especially if you live in an area that's cold, like here. It gets really cold and snowy, and people rely on that. They have to have it during these cold months. If they have a setup like that, so that's something to look into. That's about it, I think. It's raining like, oh yeah, right here where I've always had issues over the years of my box truck leaking, and it's always concerned that I was getting a lot of water in here. I've noticed the leak is very, very minimal. I did seal it up last year, and it's sealed pretty damn good. I don't know, I haven't resealed it, and the rain's coming down heavy, and it's been coming down. We've been getting a lot of rain the last this last month has been a lot more rain than normal, and just a teeny bit of water down there, not enough to worry about. I don't see any drips coming down here. I don't even know where that water came from, because I don't see any drips here. I had it all sealed up, like in the corner there. Of course, I'll probably have to reseal it next year. It's an old box truck, but I'm not going to get rid of it. It's been a great tool. So just in there organizing my blankets and my dollies, and like I said, I'm taking the day off today. Hope you guys are doing great out there. And then I'm going to do a video here shortly, maybe today, showing some of the processes that I'm doing using AI music to create. Maybe some of you have seen some of my ads with the AI music and the jingles and the advertisements. And then I'm doing some just some stuff that's kind of ridiculous, but just fun with my little AI stuff, and just kind of putting the name and what Good Attitude Services on there, and just kind of playing around with it. It's all new to me, so but I do have some processes I'm using the music with the video, and then putting it on my sales channel, my video channel, and I'll be doing more with that. I'm also planning on, I'm going to be buying some electronic drums coming up here soon, and I'm going to be integrating the electronic drums with the music, because I am a drummer, and I'm going to start showing people how to, once I get that going, how that works. And then I'm going to be developing a lot of music on my music site, so I'll be taking a lot of that music is going to be going to a separate YouTube channel, just specifically music. So maybe I'll put a link up there, so if anyone's interested, they can go there. But I haven't started yet. I'm just kind of getting used to it. So that's something in the future for me too. And this winter, just trying to keep things going. I got to take my car into the shop. Luckily, I have a great mechanic over here right down the street who I thought it was the head gasket in my car that was blown because it was leaking a lot of coolant. I noticed on the reservoir I was checking, it was getting really low, and I was really afraid it was going to be something bad like that. And I took it to the mechanic. He said no. He did a few tests on it, didn't charge me. He said no, it's just this gasket up by the heater. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but it's up under they have to take the manifold off and stuff. So it's labor, but it's going to be really reasonable price compared to something that was massive, like a head gasket or something like that. So once I get that done, I'm going to start doing some deliveries in the car again, and maybe I'll do some pictures of that, photos of that, or videos of that, because that is something I also do. Besides the truck, so that's something else I haven't done. I've been laying low in the car because I want to get it fixed first. So truck's running good. Everything's going good here so far. It's a bit slow, but that's just the way it is around this time of year. But the weather, it's because of the weather. But there are things you can do in the wintertime. I don't have a snow plow or anything like that, so that would be something you could do to make some money around here. Maybe snow shoveling, that kind of thing. Snow removal. If you have one of those, I don't have one, but the neighbor has one, that snow blower. Cause see, I've only been here like 5 years, or no, it's coming up on 6. So I've only been living in the snow area, like an area with a lot of snow, for 6 years. I'm not like seasoned at snow, and so I'm learning. But so I don't have my snow blower. So that's something you can offer if you have a snow blower or a snow plow around here, because I think it's going to be a snowy year. I see a lot of landscaping companies that they transfer from landscaping to snow removal type services. So I think that's about it. Looks like the rain. I'm waiting till the rain dies down a bit so I can go outside and walk around to the house. But I think that's all I have to say for now. I just kind of wanted to do a little video like this just for keeping practice in that. As my new endeavors come, I will be posting those too, and I'll post some of that stuff that I'm doing also on video. And if I get any more jobs at the truck, I had one last week I forgot to talk about, but if I get anything else that's interesting, I'll talk about. I'll also do a video. But for now, this is Daryl at 10 Foot Truck Good Attitude Services. Have a great day. I hope you're doing really good with your work and having a good winter, or it's not winter yet, but getting prepared for winter as it gets colder, depending on where you live. You live in Arizona or something like that, But anyway, have a great day.